Your songs about autism, employment, and strife. Are you planning to soundtrack your whole office life? Well, yes, I just might, if the mood feels right. I'll send every tune, imagine the set, and bold stage light. I've contacted the legends, Weber back and Kloss, and the Mamma Mia writer because she's top-notch. A musical of me with glitter and sass. HR boss gets front row seats and champagne in a glass. Not press night, no, that's far too tame. It's celeb opening night, darling, I'll rule the game. I already know she'll laugh if this madness comes true. And not HR panic like, what did Sofee do? HR boss gets VIP, front seats for the musical Sofie. Not because I'm angry, I like her a lot. She'll be a good character in the plot. Bobby boss too can come to bring the class. Big bad boss, little girl, now I'll pass. The quiet ones, I'll get them to stand up, be proud.
Oh, you know,
they'll sing down with a shout. Sofee the Musical, a West End stage. It'll be Soho's biggest rage. Rare kisses, glitter galore. I've held songs and more, like 6 with an autism plot. Perhaps at the end, Big Bad Boss gets flawed. Or is that too plot? Let's get him eaten by a shark. From Golden Boy's tango to Barbie Boss's flair to Big Bad Boss's twist and HR Boss's up and down care. I'm hoping Katie Lipson sees my YouTube endeavor, will call me and say, let's make this very clever. No more office politics, no more fake smiles, just jazz hands and truth bombs and glittery pies. If Sofee the Musical hits West End lights, I hope it's a hit. Sarcasm, gloss, and tights. It's all orbit humor with sparkle and bite, and sarcasm sprinkled like stars in the night. People can get upset, even those kind, but sarcasm slips out, it's how I'm designed. Sometimes it's impatience, sheer frustration. Sometimes it's coping with bullies, victimization. It just builds and builds like a backstage storm, then bursts out, but on stage it'll be in glitter form. HR boss gets VIP, best seats to hear every melody. Not because I'm bitter, I like her flair. She'll be a kind character, someone with care. Barbie boss too can come to bring the glitter. Big bad boss, little girl, nah, they're too bitter. The quiet ones, I'll get them to stand up, shout.
bullying not allowed. Bullying not allowed.
Jazz hands, glitter galore, heartfelt songs and more, like Wicked with an autism org. Perhaps at the end, Big Bad Boss gets blown up with a spark. Or is that too loud? Let's just chuck him to the crowd. I do worry, of course, about those in the cast. The ghost from a friendship long past. Little girl's voice and noise living rent-free in my head. And Barbie boss, please don't be misled. I love my Barbie, she was fierce and divine. She just never issued me a corporate fine. An HR boss, she gets the laughs and the ache, the tissues, the warmth, the how much can one woman take? And what of the quiet ones not in a song? Is that a worse slight than being portrayed as all wrong? The friendly face is meant to represent them all. Is that a good call? I fret for the ones who just fade in the mist. No nickname, no chorus, not even a twist. But if the room stood by while the harm was allowed, they still get a harmony inside the crowd. Please don't be worried, dear colleagues of yesteryear. My songs depict many years long past, so it's not about you, dear. And if you think you're in it, your guess is a mistake. I won't swear on my life, but I'll offer a handshake. Not every line is exact, a direct accusation. Some are survival with a little exaggeration. HR boss gets VIP, house seats for the musical Sofee. Not because I'm upset, I like her style. She'll be a character that makes you smile. Barbie boss too can come to bring the glitz. Big bad boss, little girl, no, neither fits. The quiet ones, I'll get them to stand on their seats.
No, you gotta be sweet.
But underneath the sequins, the glitter and smoke, there's a voice from a woman who nearly broke. Bullying caused me nothing but pain, so I wrote Sofee the Musical to stay sane. I wrote a soundtrack to the way I survived and existed. Every hard day scored, every wound listed. If the office made files, I'll make scenes. If they wrote me as difficult, I'll write up their routines. I turned my nightmare into a dazzling West End hit. Wouldn't have happened if they weren't bullies. Poop shit! Yes, it's ridiculous. Yes, guess it's too bright. But glitter is useful when you're putting jazz into a play. Just know it's all love with a wink and a smile. I hope HR and Barbie Boss laugh all the while. Big Bad Boss and his minions, no invite, but I'll send a signed brochure.
Thanks for my plight.
Barbie Boss brings the glam in buckets galore. A rocket pocket, madam, impossible to ignore. HR Boss gets VIP, front seats for the musical of me. Barbie Boss also brings the sass. Big Bad Boss, little girls still no pass. The choir ones, I'll get them to stand up proud. Bullying not allowed, they'll sing that loud. Sofee the Musical, a West End stage. A bold, artistic, witty glitter rage. Air kisses, truth bomb, sparkle, underline scored. A workplace show about bullying that was too long ignored. So here's to the musical, bold and artistic, with lyrics and harmonies raw and plot twist ballistic. Sofee the Musical, coming soon to the stage, where a new Rhode Island breaks out of its cage. Where both Feynman or Ken Wright turn it into Hello Dolly with a twist. I wrote this musical my way to survive and exist. Bullying's caused me nothing but pain, so I wrote Sofee the Musical to stay sane. Not because the hurt was funny, not because the harm was fair, but because I found a chorus where they left me gasping for air. Not because they gave me permission or were kind sometimes, but because I took their labels and made lots of rhymes. Jazz hands, air kisses, glitter and grit. A heart in Vivian Westwood boots refusing to quit. Gaslighting, bullying galore. Dark fed songs and more, like Chicago with an autism spin. Perhaps at the end, Big Bad Boss gets tossed in the bin. Or is that too slapstick? What's a fitting end for a prick?